See if there's a way down. Morning. Sunny morning. Put the mic out, there we go. Just on the edge of Lacaletta actually. Oh, that's going to be banging, isn't it? I need to sort that out. How'd you stop that from banging? Clip onto there maybe? Closer? That'll do. That'll do. We're recording? We're recording. Just came the other side of Lacaletta. I thought I'm going to try and do a run today, this morning, Sunday morning actually, 9:05. Thank you for joining me. Hope you're doing all right. It's you forget what it's like to be out early when you're working. I've been an early bird for the best part of 30 years, I suppose. But now that I'm working nights and I get people swimming out in Lacaletta, right out. It's like I don't think I could go that far out. I'd be scared. Now that I don't get in till like finish at 1 and then get to bed about 2:30, 3 o'clock, I don't really get to see this time of the morning much anymore, which is a bit of a shame. So it was nice when I woke up. I woke up at 7:30 this morning because I was off yesterday. Had an afternoon drink. I'll tell you about yesterday anyway. But then I got to bed early, so I got to bed early. So when you get to bed early, I get up early again, and it was nice. I woke up at 7 o'clock, got up about 7:30, took the dog out, had a coffee. So it's now just after 9 o'clock, and because it's 9 o'clock Sunday morning as well, it's a lot quieter, which is really quite nice. I quite like that. I quite like that indeed. I was saying, there's Lacaletta's behind me. You got people swimming quite a way out there actually. I don't think I can do it. I don't mind swimming in a bay, but when you actually get yourself out to open water, it's a little bit too much, I think. It can be a little bit too much for me. Hola, buenas. Very happy man in the morning. He's got his music going. They do that a lot over here. They let the music play rather than use headphones. So it's like, this is my music, you need to hear this, and then they let it play. But it's weird that. I think it's in the UK that'd be frowned upon, I think. Whereas here, the amount of times you walk down a walkway and there's people just like listening to the phone, the music on the phone, just listening, rather than having headphones. We're at Cockolucci's. Is it called Cockolucci's, this? I think so. This is where the paragliders come in. It's quite pretty actually. They're getting ready for the day. Never spotted them before. Starting the day up. It's a very popular place, this. Yeah, Cockolucci. A lot of camper vans around here. You see the campers? There's a lot around here. I've just parked up near some as well. There it is, yeah, look at that. Sunset experience, Tenerife. It's nice. So the parasenders come in and they use this little bit here. This here is the landing strip. So people can have a drink there and watch them come in as they come in to land on this bit here. And then this little walkway. Oh, they shut the walkway. That's a shame. I'll have to go around the other way. Walkway shut. Let's go around the other. Can we get around the other way? Let's see what we can do. So the plan this morning is to walk, most probably about 40 minutes out, if you're joining me, and then I'll run back. So hence the reason why I'm dressed like this. So walk out and run back. Hopefully I can get through. People seem to think they can. There's already runners out at the moment joining us. Another long content one, this one. I prefer them. I actually prefer doing them and looking at the statistics. You did as well. You did. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for watching the last one, even though I said do not watch this because it's far too long. It came 1 out of 10 on the stats, which shows in the last 28 days it's the most popular vlog that people have watched on my channel. So thank you so much for that. It was really quite really nice. It was nice to see. I wonder why they shut that then. They shut the walkway over there. I don't know. Never mind. We're up now, we're out now. So a few stories to tell you. I'm speaking louder because the sea, but I don't think I need to because the microphone's there and it all should be working. Yesterday was Saturday, which was the day off. So in essence, everyone, you guys know I work at Dillon's. So I did Dillon's Friday night, finished at 1 o'clock, got home, got to bed at 2:30. Then I don't normally get back into Dillon's until Sunday night, 9 p.m, which is tonight at 9 p.m. But yesterday, a couple of weeks ago, I got asked if I would host a charity do for Saturday afternoon from 1 o'clock through till 6, and which is a lot of hours actually, but it was for two organisations. One of them's called Spectrum over here, which is quite a new organisation, and that is to help special needs children and young adults, give them a lifeline, give them a purpose, and give them activities to do, which was what really got me actually. That got me straight on there. It's like, yeah, for kids, I'm a bit of a sucker for kids. It's like, yeah, I'll do that, no problem at all. And then the second one was for Noah's Ark, which is for the people who live on the island. Noah's Ark's really quite a big organisation. Helps a lot of people who are homeless or in trouble, and it's actually it's a good big charity over here. So for me, it was like it was the kids that did it, but yeah, when you're helping too, it's like, yeah, no problem at all. So I got there yesterday at 12:30. I got myself set up, and I was the host for the whole afternoon. The one on the mic, introducing the acts that come on off, hosting the raffle. It was quite a good day actually. It was quite nice, and they raised a lot of money, which was always good. Little dog coming down, and it's hola buenas. It's a little dog. Hola. ¿Qué tal? And yeah, you don't do that in the UK, do you? Say hello to people as you pass them. That's one thing I do like about here. So I finished that about 6 o'clock. I only had a couple of beers through the day, because a couple of bottles really. So it's because I had the scooter, and you're working, you know what I mean? You're not. Everybody else was having a great drink. They were at the pool bar. The sun was bleating down. It was a gorgeous day. Wasn't a breath of wind. God, I was hot. So I was drinking blackcurrant and water most of the day. Finished off with a couple of bottles of beer and then went back to the house. Had some tea. Why do I start talking to you on a hill? This is the reason why I need to start running. Get my fitness up. So I did that and then got back. And by the time I got back about 6:30ish, we sat down, me and Shelley, and we just went, do you know what it is? Saturday night, the sun is beautiful, it's beating down, we're on our terrace, got that great view. So I just fancy a bottle of wine. So that was me, flip-flops back on, went down to the corner shop, we call it Dev's, from Coronation Street. When you know, you know, you know. And went back and had a couple of bottles of wine, and it was just lush. Had some tea, a couple of bottles of wine, and just a really nice chilled after evening. Might have finished off with one body, which tips me over the edge, and then puts me to bed. So I was nice and early. I was in bed for about 9:30, which was really good for me, and that's the reason why I could sleep through till about 7 in the morning. And this will be me in a bit. Hopefully that'll be me on the way back. So it was a really nice night, and I say they raised some money for the charity day, which was really good. So I got me up really nice and early. So that was yesterday. I've got to tell you, the last couple of weeks have been a bit random. There's been stuff going on. You might have noticed that some of the vlogs that I've done, I've done a longer vlog rather than like I used to do quite a few vlogs for this channel, but I've had to stop that because I've been busy. And when you say I've been busy, it's like I've been busy earning money. But it was the most random way of earning money. It was bizarre, and I'm going to tell you about that in a second. Before I do, I've come to that part of the beach where everybody decides that they want to pile the stones up, like the IKEA posters. You know, you see them on IKEA. There's loads of them, man. There's hundreds around here. You see them? It's actually quite a weird sight as you come across it, actually. Isn't that just bizarre? You seeing that? Look at that one. They call it art, I know, but I don't know. I don't know. Some guy taking photographs of it there. It is like an IKEA catalogue, literally. Look at that. Crazy. We'll cut through it. We'll cut through it so you can see it. Yeah. I've actually, in the last 2 weeks, don't laugh, I've actually done 2 funerals. Bizarre, isn't it? 2 funerals. It's like, what is going on with 2 funerals? What do you mean you've done 2 funerals? So, let me get back to that, but look at this first of all. Just feast your eyes on this, see what you think. Here's a plethora of stones. All of them just piled up. This guy there taking photographs of them as well. It's like such a bizarre thing. I think in the UK, how many kids would just come along and just knock them over? Because they would, wouldn't they? Do you know what I mean? I don't think they'd last 2 minutes. The world over here is lived on Facebook. Tenerife is massive when it comes. Facebook's massive in Tenerife. A lot of businesses advertise on Facebook. A lot of the entertainers, let people know where they are on Facebook. Tonight I'm going to be here. Tonight I'm going to be there. We came off Facebook about 2.5, 3 years ago and moved to YouTube. I think we realised that Facebook's really all you're doing is telling your auntie or telling your best mate where you are. Tonight I'm going to be here. But I'm your mate. I know where you are. I know where you work. I don't need to go there. So I'm not going to go there anyway because I'm working there. So it doesn't really, it's an advertising thing, it doesn't really work, I don't think. Whereas YouTube is, when you get people coming onto the island and coming from all over the place and coming and catch us at certain places, I think that's going to be, tonight we're going to be here, or this week we're going to be here. People flying out are going to come and see us, if they want to come and see us anyway. And YouTube seems to work a lot better. Well, Facebook did work for something. Somebody put on Facebook about 2 weeks ago, they said, I've got a fly. So 2 weeks ago they said, does anybody know anybody who does live streaming? Now, my mother, she's all over Facebook. She's all over it. So straight away she put my name in, or she hooked my name in. And I'm out walking the dog 2 weeks ago, and somebody sends, I get a message out random out of the blue saying, hi Rick, you don't know me. Do you do live streaming? And I went, well, I do, yeah, actually, yeah, I do. I'll do it quite a lot for my own channel. He went, bit of a random request. Would it be possible for you to live stream a funeral? I'm like, what? Bit weird. So I said, look, let me get back to the house and I'll give you a call when we get back to the house. And we got chatting. Turns out there's a lady that's been on the island for like 30 years. She's an Indian lady. And she's died young, in her 50s, all of a sudden. And she died in the UK, and they brought her back to Tenerife because that's where she lived, with her husband and kids. And they were doing a cremation. And because she's Indian, she's got a lot of family all over the world, but mainly in India. They're not going to be able to get to the funeral, so therefore, hence the reason for the live stream. So, after a chat with him, I said, yeah, I'll do that, no problem at all. So I turned up there. I met Pastor Bill and his wife Roz, and we got chatting. And it turns out sometimes this is quite a common thing, really. And there's no pressure, but it's like you don't want to get it wrong. You know what I mean? And thank Christ I bought the microphones now, because the microphones that was the key thing really, because I could stay at a distance with the phone and the tripod, just out of the way, but put the microphones on the the pulpit, I suppose, where they're all speaking, and therefore the sound still gets picked up. And I was just flapping like mad. It would go wrong, because you're just like, you've only got one chance at this, haven't you? You know what I mean? And fortunately, it went fantastic. And the live stream I put it up as what's called an unlisted live stream, which means the only people that can see it are the people that I send a link to. So if I sent the link to him, and then he shares that link, and then the people who get the link are the only people that can see, and it's still out there now. It's had over 500 views, which is nice from there. So beautiful dog. So a bit random, but you know what it is, it's like it's brought comfort to people. It makes sense that the live stream, in Tenerife, there's a lot of expats over here. So it did actually make sense that that was going to be needed, or that was needed for that type moment. And it went really well. So that was the reason why one Sunday we didn't do a live off the main channel, because at 2 o'clock I was at a crematorium in Park de la Reina. That was the first one. The next one then is one of my sister's clients, because my sister over here, she's what's the word called? Facilitator. That's the translate. She's a facilitator. She facilitates things for people who don't know the language, don't know the way, don't know the they don't know the processes or the procedures on the island, paperwork wise, etc. It's what she does. She's been doing it now for like 20, 30 years, over 25 years here. Let me just stop and save this. It's amazing, isn't it? I just have a feeling when you're 15 minutes in. 15 minutes gone already. So she's a facilitator. And she has a lot of clients, a lot of elderly clients as well. And one of them passed away. And he was in his 80s, and he passed away. And the next thing you know, the issue with this one, this is where it gets a bit weird, he was Jewish. Now that's not a bit weird, but the fact of the matter is he's trying to find a rabbi in Tenerife in a short space of time. It's not an easy task. And to be honest with you, it was actually, I'll rephrase that, it was an impossible task. So they couldn't find a rabbi. So then what the family were, said, look, we're not really that religious actually. What we need really is, for his cremation, is really, what we'd actually like is just somebody who could host the cremation, allow people to get up and speak about him, say a few words if they wanted to, but let somebody host it. And my sister turned around, she went, I know the perfect person who could do that. Me. So she calls me up and she says to me, do you remember the funeral that you live streamed the other week? I went, yeah. You don't fancy doing another, do you? I'm like, what? She says, well, no, this one's a bit different. You don't fancy hosting it? At first I was like, no. But when I heard the story, I went, okay, let me... She says, you know the family anyway? I says, because in the time when the COVID was going on, when everyone was getting their... when the time when Brexit was happening, and everybody was getting their identity cards, I actually took this couple up to Santa Cruz to the north, and I got them their identity card. I took them up there, took them in and translated for them, so I actually knew them. There's one fly, right, just sticking around that just needs to f*** off. It's followed me for like 20 minutes. See if I can get it, hold on. Nope. It's like proper do me head in. I think I might sort some out here. 2 seconds. Do you get that? There it is. Sod off, man. I've got a theory on flies. I'll tell you in a minute. Let me just do this. I know it looks a bit weird. Oh, I've lost my hat now. It's all good, isn't it? Right, let me just put you down while I sort this out. Tell you what, have a look at the view. Well, can you? No, you can't even look at the view. I'll put that there for you. Sort my hat out. I've got a theory on flies, like. I told you it was going to keep it long process, this one. Does that work? Yeah, long content. I wasn't going to stop. Everything in. See what comes along. There you go. Are you still there? You're still with us. Right. So, let's get my theory on flies first of all. A fly lands on you. I've got a cut on my hand that's healing. You see it? And the flies land on it, and it gets attracted to the cuts, the wounds and all that, because it's disgusting. When you waft it off, a fly flies off, but it's still close. It spends all its energy, and its energy then needs to rest, so therefore it lands back on you again. So the only reason why a fly's landing on you, in my eyes, most of the time, is because it's run out of energy. So if I take my hat off and start wafting my hat and keep it wafting for longer than 5-10 seconds, the fly doesn't have an opportunity to land, therefore it has to go elsewhere because its energy's spent up. So that's the reason why you saw me doing that stupid move. It's just my theory. I don't think there's any scientific facts based on this, but it's just my theory. And That's the reason why I did that stupid move that I did. But it's worked because the fly's gone. Most probably another one will come along. But there we go. And here's one for you. When a fly lands on you, everybody wafts the fly off. Right, imagine you're there with your newborn baby and a fly lands on you. Would you waft the fly off knowing it's going to land on your newborn baby? Yes or no? Most people tend to say yes. It's just another stupid thought that I have. I know, it's weird, isn't it? I know. Right, so the funeral, back to the funeral. So anyway, I met the widow, and she's absolutely lovely. She's lovely. She's late 70s, early 80s maybe, but you know, she's agile, she's up and about, she's got wits about her. And the family came over, and I met the family, and it was a bit weird actually, because it was just like, well, I'm going to speak about somebody that I don't really know, so I had to get some facts off them so they can tell me a little bit more about him. And then I turned up at the on the day. They were ready for it, so I turned up. You see, now we're rattling again. Let's sort the rattle out. There you go. So I turned up at the crematorium, a beautiful one in Adehi. It's like nothing like the one in Parc de la Reina is pretty much just looks like an industrial building, but the one in Adehi is beautiful. It's a proper, pretty place. And they're in a courtyard with these sort of flowers everywhere. And I'm standing up at the front, and they wanted comedy in it. They wanted it to be light-hearted, because he's like not religious in the slightest, which was all a bit weird. So I got there. What time did it start? He started at 12 o'clock. I got there at 11 because you needed a PA system, because they expected that many people. So we've got the PA system, like Shelleys stuff with the speakers and that, and the microphones. So I turned up at 11 and set it all up. 20 past 11, a family of Germans turn up. And the Germans have turned up for a cremation that's happening for them at noon. Exactly the same time as the one I'm supposed to be doing. I'm like, hang on a minute, have we got a double booking here? I went, oh no. So I went and got the organiser of the crematorium, and I went, mate, I said, you might have a bit of an issue, you might have a double booking going on here. So he looks into it, his face drops, but then once he looked into it, he's like, no, it's fine, they've got the wrong time. We're 12 o'clock, they're 1:30. I went, thank Christ for that. Can't say that really, can you? So I went, right, okay, thanks, that's good. So these Germans, who are obviously also like in grieving, had to leave because obviously it wasn't their time, it wasn't their cremation, and it was the first time, it was the Jewish at 12 o'clock. So then the family turn up about quarter to 12, and I'm telling the widow the story of this and the son, and you know, he said, I can't believe it. He said, you know, it is. He's been a Jew all his life, and even on his deathbed, he's getting hounded by the Germans. And I was like, oh, okay. That was the sort of humour that this family had, which was really nice. So, and then I'm standing up there. First thing I had to do is I introduced myself as Rabbi Rick. That was me, ladies and gents. Rabbi Rick's got a certain ring to it. And I was like, oh, but we did it, I did it, and it was. The family were extremely grateful. They asked me to go back to the wake, and so I could meet some of the people. And I was surprised actually how many people I knew that were there, and how many people came over and just said, look, you did a fantastic job. So, you're trying to do something, honour somebody's memory in a way that's humbling and respectful, and it just seemed to be it seemed to work. It was the right thing. So there you go. So that's been the couple of weeks. Because of this, it's got me into thinking maybe I should do what's called Tenerife live streams, which is like, again, on through the Facebook business of like weddings and funerals, just to see, because it is most probably a gap in the market where people, might benefit from it really, because a lot of people don't have the knowledge of behind the scenes of what goes on with YouTube and how you create live streams. The people don't maybe not have the equipment like the microphones, etc., where you can carry the sounds, and that sort of stuff. So there's a possibility that I'm going to look into that. A strong possibility, I think that'll happen, and we'll see how that one goes. So the walkway's getting a little bit busier now because people are starting to wake up. Beautiful area, this really is. Been down here before. It's a nice, it's a nice area. It's been beautiful. The weather's been just scorching. It's been absolutely. Last night, I think last night was one of the hottest nights I've ever had. Just couldn't sleep. Sweat, literally sweat on you as you're laying in bed, and sweat coming down. It's like I had to get up. That's the reason why I had to get up this morning. Just get showered, just get cool. Guy doing his yoga. I think it's Tai Chi. It's nice to see, isn't it? It's nice to see. I think this is as far as I'm going to go, and I'll take a wander back. You're going to join me for the way back? I'm not going to, actually I decided I'm not going to run back. I'm going to walk back because I've got too much stuff on me. I'm going to go back to the house and then go for a run near the house. I think that's going to be the best way for it. But you see from there, you've got a couple of things going on. You've got the ferry. I don't know if you see in the distance, the ferry's going out. Sailing boats. Las Americas in the distance, Puerto Colon. It's a nice walkway, it's a nice day. Look at that. It's pretty, isn't it? It's pretty. So that's really been my week. Last couple of weeks, to be honest with you. When Shelley was away, I went potty, getting the vlogs out, smashing some vlogs out. Did the long content one of this one, did one on the live on the Rick and Shelley. We're going live this afternoon as well at 2 o'clock. And I'm actually going to Winchester. The Winchester. I wonder if this will be out before the live. It most probably is, knowing me. But the Winchester's it's renowned for its Sunday lunch again, so we're going to, obviously Shelley loves a Sunday lunch. And the chef there, there's a guy called Steve Ballard. He's actually the DJ from Oasis FM. So he's going to be our special guest on the live. Spoiler alert. He's going to be our special guest on the live, and he's a lovely lad, absolutely lovely lad. He's the one who interviewed Shelley when she won the Tenerife Entertainment Awards Best Female Singer. She was all up a height and very high. And I did that little montage where it was all her going, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll leave the link. It's funny. It's very, very funny actually. Shelley, like you've never seen her before in your life. So he's going to be coming, he's joining us today, so we should have a bit of fun with that. It's always nice when you get somebody else in who can actually, who's not phased by microphones or phased by a camera or phased by talking. That heat is picking up, man. Temperature's going up in the last 10 minutes like you wouldn't believe. Very, very hot. So yeah, we're going to do that at 2 o'clock. I don't know if we're going to turn it into a vlog at 3, because we can film and then create a vlog from that, which is nice, because it's nice, a beautiful area. It's in this area actually, and might do that. See the sweat coming through already. This is a pretty area though, isn't it? This is down I think it's down the back by Del Duque beach. Very pretty buildings. Beautiful walkway, this one. If you guys, I mean, some people don't do walking and stuff like that, or can't do walking, and some people wonder, what it is. If you started in Los Cristianos and that walkway along the front near the marketplace and just kept walking and walking and walking, this is where it brings you out here, around this area. So it just changes. As you see Tenerife change, because from where it started years ago as Los Cristianos, that's why Tenerife was the first holiday area, Los Cristianos. And then you come along here, it just gets more and more newer, I suppose, and more thought out, because what was ergonomically grown back there, just as because that was the holiday place, now gets thought out. A little bit more money, a little bit more investment, and it gets a little bit posher. We say posher? It does, I think. Yeah, Playa del Duque, and it's nice. So that's it. As I said, one of these long content ones, I don't really know what to say next. I don't know what's coming into my head next. We'll keep it going. We'll see how it is. We'll see how it works, and see if it works. And if not, just enjoy the view, because the view's nice. It's a nice day today. I was going to talk about the last long content one I did. I got the comments were, I'm not going to say mixed, because the comments were generally positive, which was really nice. I had a couple of people saying, no, I lasted 10 minutes, that was me done. I get that, but I knew that when I first started out anyway. I thought this is going to be, this is not going to be for everybody's taste. But I thought, I listen to this sort of stuff. Oh yeah, there's a talk about that as well. I listen to this sort of stuff, so hopefully other people will. Somebody put a really nice comment on yesterday, and they just said, I listened to it in 2 parts, in the car on the way to work and on the way back, I think it was. It's a great travelling companion, and that was nice. That was nice to hear, that people use it as like a travelling companion thing. And that was the idea of it, really, to see how it works. But, Even I get I get struck by the beauty of this place. It's just so pretty and so well thought out. There's money in here. Look at these buildings, really. It's so pretty. Life's waking up, people. Life's waking up. Gets busier and busier. Nice, isn't it? Couldn't afford to stay around here, like. La Torre del Mirador. La Fuente del Mirador. Just sounds nice, doesn't it? La Torre del Mirador. Aye, so that was nice from the long content people that have liked it. Hence the reason why I thought I'd do another. Not going to be edited that much this one. I'm just going to let it run. Somebody counted all the errs on the last one as well, which was interesting. I just found that funny to do. I know I do it a lot. I say a couple of things I do a lot, so see if you can pick them up. You hear a lot of different languages off this end. You hear a lot more Dutch, Flemish, and Icelandic up here. Danish as well. The languages are all very similar, so I can pick them out. You hear it. Oh, another hill. Champion. Yeah, the long content. I was listening to a lot of Joe Rogan. You know that. For those of you who don't, never heard Joe Rogan, go and check him out. But there's a great thing that I watched on YouTube. I think one of my favourite all-time YouTubers is a guy who used to work for National Geographic. He's called Johnny Harris, and he's, to me, I wouldn't call him an investigative journalist, but he's a fact-based journalist. Very good at what he does. He's got about 4 million followers now, subscribers, and he puts a lot of time into his vlogs that he does. Well thought out, well presented, well edited. Narrative's fantastic, it's all on point. And I came across one last week, and it was him reporting after studying Joe Rogan, who I've started to watch. I watch a lot of Joe Rogan. 200 million people watch Joe Rogan. Is that right? No, sorry. Is that right? No, they reckon that, but he reckons you get like 3 million streams at a time, so he gets a lot of people watching and following him. Don't quote me on the facts, figures. I must probably be miles out of it. But a lot of people. But what Johnny Harris wanted to do was Johnny Harris wanted to see what it was that people liked about Joe Rogan. Why? Why are people like that with Joe Rogan? So he's never really listened to him, so he spent the last few months listening to a lot of his stuff. And his conclusions were great, really good. I'm not going to tell you them because obviously if you do that, you know, it's a 20-minute piece that he's done that I think you should watch yourself. If you like this sort of stuff and you like, you know, you're a bit more of a, if you're like-minded like me, I think you'll like that. That's the easiest way to explain it. So go and take a look at it if you fancy. I'll put a link to it below, to the Johnny Harris one. And you never know, if you've never seen Johnny Harris before, you might become your next new great YouTuber that you follow, because he's brilliant. Honestly, the stuff that he's done is fantastic. People are already on the beach this morning. Look at that. Nice, isn't it? Day on the beach. Might do that ourselves tomorrow. We say that all the time. Looks like a bit of a swell over that way, which is really good. So I think you'd enjoy that. The Johnny Harris vlog that he's done. What it definitely did do for me though was it made my thoughts of having Joe Rogan in high esteem. It changed my thoughts about him, because of that's how good Johnny Harris is when it comes down to his investigative journalism. It made me think completely different. I went, oh, okay, yeah, it's like, don't jump in, Rick, don't jump in too much. you know, just give it a little bit of, give yourself that little bit of time and space as well. So that was an interesting one, really. You learn every day, don't you? You learn every single day, everything, or you try to. You try to. So I've listened to a lot of that. I had to go to Santa Cruz this week as well. It takes an hour now from our house, where it used to only take half an hour, because we now live further away. And it was, I went to Santa Cruz on Friday morning. That was another one. Christ. Finished work at 1 o'clock. Got to bed at 2, 2:15. You can't go straight to sleep when you finish work. You're on a buzz, you're on a high. You've come out from a party, you know, even though you're sober and they're all drunk. You come out from a party, creating a party. So you need to bring yourself down. So I got to bed about 2, 2:15, which is early for me. Had to set the alarm for 7:15 to get up to go to Santa Cruz. The reason being is I had an appointment at 9 a.m. at the Extranjeria, the place where you go to the government office to get your identity card, because mine got stolen about a month and a half ago when I lost my wallet, got pickpocketed, I don't know, it disappeared. I was doing a vlog, put my hand in my back pocket, pulled out my phone holder, and I think my wallet fell out. I think that's what happened. Opportunist took it and then binned it. There was only 20 euros in it. You know, it is, I wouldn't mind if they just took the 20 euros and just left the wallet on the side. But because around here, they must have took the 20 euros out and then threw it in the sea or something like that, or threw it in a bin. But it's more about the hassle of losing my identity card and losing my driving licence. That was more of a pain up the arse than anything else. So I had to go up and do that. And to be honest, what amazed me was, as I was driving up, was the actual 8 o'clock in the morning, 8:30, coming up the north, lack of smoke. There was absolutely no smoke whatsoever because of the fire. It looked like they got it under control. And I thought I'd see something. I didn't see anything. I saw one seaplane, which is the seaplanes that are going into the water into the port of Santa Cruz to get the water and throw it on. They have actually, since yesterday, they've left. Because the great news is that Friday night, is what people don't realise is Friday night is it rained here in Tenerife. We got rain in August, which we never get, and we got like a little bit of rain down here in the south, but it absolutely trounced it down up north, and that was definitely what was needed, just to dampen the whole area. So they say that the fire is now completely under control. Worst fire they've had in 40 years, but it's completely under control, and life for those people up the north hopefully will go back to normal, which is fantastic. Which is great news to see. So in a morbid curiosity, you're wanting to see all these seaplanes, or you're wanting to see the smoke, morbid curiosity, and it wasn't there, and you go, ah. But actually, it's fantastic news. Morbid curiosity, people, it's weird, isn't it? Even I get it, and I was like, why have I got morbid curiosity? I don't know. But there we go. So that was Santa Cruz. I think that's it. I think that's us done. We're nearly at 3,000 subscribers, nearly there. It goes slow, but it's fine because it's not about, again, the subscription count, right? It's a weird one because you want to have the most subscribers you possibly can find. Yeah, actually, it's not down to that. What's it all down to is the actual amount of people that watch it. So the percentage rate of, if we've got nearly 3,000 subscribers, yet 3,000 people watch it, that's 100%. Penetration, traction, which is fantastic. That's what I'm after. That's more important to me than anything else. On the main channel, we've got nearly 7,500 people who like to see what we do, and then we put the Shelleys sang on Thursday at Hoppy's, and that's the first singing vlog that's now surpassed 10,000, which is just like, I can't tell you how much of a buzz that is to actually think that finally, you know, these people are starting to see her and see the talent that she is. And it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant to see. The Chicago vlog combines had like 15,500 views, which is amazing for somebody's channel with only 7,500 subscribers, which is fantastic. So thank you so much. But if you would consider, and you think about it, you know, do you know what it is? I'm gonna click subscribe to this. There'll be more to come if you fancy it, and I really appreciate it. Click done. Once you've done it, stick in the comments done, which shows me that you're a new one, and I can welcome you and say thank you so much personally. Okay, so have a great Sunday, people. I don't know when this one's going to go out. Sometime maybe today, might be this evening, I don't know, but we'll see how it goes. All right, enjoy your day, and I'll leave you with the hippie stones there. Look at that. If I leave you with the hippie stones like that, there should be now a little box up there with just my face on it, or my picture, and if you click on that, that will actually click on the subscribe button. Can't make it any easier for you, can I? Enjoy your Sunday, peeps. See you on the next one. All the best. You know what to do.